honey, I'm home. Okay, guys, it hasn't been that long. Huh? Oh, what's this? That stupid bitch, he knows I can't fucking read. Well, if that's how you're all gonna be, I'm just gonna leave. I don't have directions now. Fuck it, I'm gonna raw dog this shit. Recently, I finished on Hill 2 for the first time, and I do have some thoughts about it. Also, with the soon-to-release Silent Hill F, I'm quite excited to play it, but... Wait, hold on, when does that come out? Well, shit, now how am I gonna fill that void? Welcome, Silent Hill Condo. Oh my god, why did I sound like that? This is a Gmod custom map made by Sassy Ross back in 2020. To be completely honest, I found it randomly on a Reddit post while I was looking for a haunted map for a Twitch stream. Speaking of Twitch streams, I stream on Twitch! Go follow me! So, I played it, and it's quite the love letter for the franchise. It's obviously not up to the quality of the mainline games. Actually, it might be up there. With about only an hour of content, it fills it up quite nicely. It's got a few secrets, not too bad of a story, so honestly, let's just see what it's got in store for us. The map opens with a letter, as a lot of these games do, it seems. I managed to locate the key you requested. The furnishing company was still holding it even after the incidents. It will unlock the front door of the Sycamore apartment unit, but not the rooms themselves. I'm sure you'll find a way. You've always been a resourceful person. I'm still not sure what you hope to find, but We enter the condo's lobby, and it's definitely seen better days. Going into the office, we find it empty and a notice on the table. It's a complaint from Miss Doris Williams of room 202, claiming regular disturbances from room 302. Forms of abuse all throughout the night. Also trying to report it to the superintendent, which she has been discouraged to contact the police. A lot of this note will come into play later into the story. Using the key we found in the office, we enter through the main door, going down the hallway to find room 104. And in going inside, it's just a normal apartment, except on top of the bed there's another note. Don't tell Ian. I know he's keeping things quiet, but that bastard should be hung for the raptures what he's doing to her. If Ian doesn't act, who's gonna do something? I'll keep shut about it for now, but I know the others agree. I pocketed the spare from Ian. It's under the houseplant. If Ian won't do shit, we'll evict the asshole ourselves. Looking around the apartment, it does seem that the note was telling the truth. Underneath the houseplant, there is a key for room 302. Going up the stairs, we finally reach the room from the note, room 302. Immediately to our left, there is some rent receipts on top of a table. These receipts are to Hannah and Jacob Horn, and it seems that Ian seems to be our superintendent of the building. The protagonist does note that this is the room that they were looking for, which does beg the question, why? Exploring the rest of the room shows just about the same as the rest of the building. The balcony windows are boarded and white light emits from the windows, obscuring outside. We find the bedroom, with a key next to a picture frame. An empty crib is also in the room, and after picking up the key, an interesting event happens. Hello? Someone? Excuse me? I'm in the bedroom. You don't need to come in here. The fuck? Going into the living room now sits the body of a dead man. He doesn't show up till after picking up the key in the bedroom, and I've checked. He does not show up, so it's quite the thought. Maybe he's the guy who banged on the door. We enter the kitchen and see a blue dot on the table. This one's from Ian, and it's honestly quite aggressive. Jacob, this is the last warning I can give. The other occupants will not be abiding to your little outbursts for much longer. Sooner or later, someone's going to call the authorities or worse. Then it won't matter how much dirt you have on me. For God's sakes, don't get us both screwed. We finally reach to the bathroom. The door is locked, so we have to use the key. But if we don't grab the key and head straight here, it says that there's something on the other side of the door. Next to the door, there's a little graffiti saying, "They're alone." And it will be explained in a sec. Inside, we find a horrible sight. 2 dead bodies, a woman floating in a bathtub, and maybe a man behind a door. The walls are also covered in writing, reading, "Help, help me, help us, please." It's a gruesome sight. Sitting right where the mirror should be is a symbol, and if you know, you know, and we'll cover it soon. After interacting with the symbol, we come to almost a other world with different machines, red lights, something just behind a windowsill. It's very grotesque. Down the hall in a room, we find an axe pinned to a wall with a note. It's a psychologist's referral to the District of Maine to excuse Jacob Horn of his actions, saying he and his wife went to couples therapy and then moving on to one-on-one sessions. Dr. Norton states he might be suffering from intermediate explosive disorder, basically episodes of rage, which can be traced back to his usage of drugs. Ever since, he has a troubling time with his family, but he does believe he was doing better. Even then, he's reluctant to form a bond with his daughter, Alice, in fear that she might be just like him. Exiting the room down the hall, we enter this other corridor. Inside one of the rooms is this writhing figure, just covered in red light. It seems stuck behind the door, so we seem to be safe for now. Then we come across our favorite thing in this franchise. It's a motherfucking hole, baby! It's time to embrace your inner Sunderland and jump down! Coming to, we seem to be in a sewer with a ladder, and climbing up the ladder leads us to the lobby, which is odd because there was not a giant hole in the floor before. Going through the front door, we lead to an unexpected sight. It's like concrete walls with a very deep pit in the middle of the room, surrounded by metal staircases. Going up said stairs, it's quite winding, and then we enter a giant room. And again, if you played Silent Hill 2, you know exactly what this room is. Again, if you know, you know. Next to the window, there's a desk with a pink note on it, just waiting for us. To Jessica. I had to go stay with Tracy again today. Jacob's outbursts are getting worse, and I fear he might be on to something once again. I can already hear your voice telling me you need to go, but I simply can't. I know you don't care for him, but I know him better than anyone. I know that deep inside him is that kind, gentle soul I fell in love with. I love you, Jess. Tomorrow I'm going to finally confront him. If something should happen to me, please look after Alice. You'll always be my darling sister, Hannah. After reading the note, a door has appeared at the end of the hall. Going through it leads us back to the lobby, however the hole is missing, and the left door is now open. Inside are a few medical cots, and then another note on one of them. The incident report details a double homicide and suicide, one that takes the lives of the perpetrator, Jacob Horn, his wife, Hannah, and their landlord, Ian Dreyer, brutalized by axes as he overdosed on the sofa. The officers found an infant, later identified as Alice Horn, inside the bedroom of the apartment building sleeping peacefully. The officers questioned the other residents, but other than their domestic and general familial problems, no one in the building was responsible for the deaths. Going through the metal door, we find ourselves into a very long hallway with red lights. This is where the first enemy of the map shows up. It's that hanging man from before. Now he's chasing us. Oh! Fuck! What is that? Oh my god! The hallway twists and turns and returning us back to the apartment building and the apartment complex as a whole, seeing bodies and walls drop down around us. Seeing the crib and the body on the bed from earlier, we finally reach a hallway with a white light. We run towards it and go through the door. We see a door close on the creature, seemingly being locked away for the rest of eternity. When we come to, we are surrounded by white light back in the bathroom with the words R.I.P. Hannah Horn on the wall. The symbol is also where it was before. When we interact with it, we return to the original bathroom without all of the craziness all around us. We see the apartment once again, but clean and packed up. The boards are gone, all the decay is removed. On a table, there's one last note for us to read. This is from a refurnishing company saying that they're going to stop construction for the building due to discrepancies. Some say it's goods, others say it's rotting away. Also due to strange incidences and accidental injury that they're going to stop building. We finally reach down the stairs to the lobby, which then we can leave right through the front door, where we see the beginning letter, but finished this time. I managed to locate the key you requested. The refurnishing company was still holding it even after the incidents. It will unlock the front door of the Sycamore apartment unit, but not the rooms themselves. I'm sure you'll find a way. You've always been a resourceful person. I'm still not sure what you hope to find, but I hope you do find closure in this. Your mother was a good woman, Alice. She didn't deserve what had happened to her. Please, don't let her past destroy your future. The only thing we can do for us and for Hannah is to move on. From your loving aunt, Jessica Horn. The last thing we see is Alice walking out of Silent Hill, finally coming to terms with what happened to our parents and figuring out the truth. Now, that's the main ending, but there are 2 other endings and a few different achievements which we can cover, so let's go over those now. Right outside of room 104 is one of the first secrets. Behind these boxes, there's a hole in the wall. Going through it, it seems to be one of the rooms from the other world. There's a key and a piece of graffiti on the wall saying, "Beware the hanged man." This key is for the utility room down the hall. Inside, there's a few black packages that look oddly suspicious, and a note that's covered in white substance. Ian, 4.4 pounds, 9:30 p.m. drop. Do something about police visits, and for God's sake, work something out with Jacob. HT. Seems like our buddy Ian was doing something more than just being a superintendent for a building. This also includes a new character, HT, and the only person that I can think of with those initials is Hannah Thorne, unless she was dealing with some bad business alongside of Jacob, or this is a completely new person, which, again, I'm not sure. Another secret room you can find is if you go back into the lobby after entering the big room with all the white light, the room on the left will be open. Inside we find more graffiti, things about the hanged man, and how this room, or the building itself, doesn't make any sense. Another part of the graffiti saying, "Who is HT? Is Alice alive? Where are my friends?" The last 2 I can't read, but the last one is this hell? Making me believe that there are more people stuck in this condo a lot longer than we believed. Now, let's move on to the second ending. This is if you get caught by the hanged man. After being caught, we come to a horrifying version of the bathroom. Using the sigil on the wall, we get teleported back to the apartment building just as it was before. However, the bodies and the writing on the walls are missing. Inside is even worse than before. All the lights are turned off, all the windows are boarded with boards. Even the bedroom door is locked. When we reach the front door, it's missing, replaced by a brick wall. It means we're trapped here. There is nowhere to go. Everything fades to black, then a missing persons poster detailing that several people have gone missing within the apartment building and the police just do not know why. There's multiple accounts of vandalism and break-ins, but there is just no evidence of people going missing. The last scene is a picture of 302 with the symbol appearing on the door. This is eternal stay. We're forever trapped within this room, trapped by maybe that entity. The last thing they do is cover the alien ending. Basically, there's going to be 5 little stones around the map. The first one is behind the TV in the office. The second one is in room 102 behind this little washing machine. The third one is behind the staircase in the big room just underneath the staircase here. The fourth one, turn behind you in the chase room and pick it up. The last one's in the good ending right behind these boxes, and then the bedroom door will open, giving us a completely different room with a hole in it. You know what to do. Jumping down, we find ourselves in an elevator, and going down the elevator leads us to this big, almost back rooms like door. Opening up the door, we enter a dark room, then suddenly a door opens, revealing a UFO with its door open with blinding white light. We get one last little note saying UFO destroys quiet Maine town and has the alien war begun, then getting a very cute little wish were you here message with Alice and 2 little guys. Now, there are still 2 secrets that I still couldn't find. The first one is all the locations of the teddy bears. I only could find 2 in these 2 locations. However, there's still 1 more I still could not find. And the secret of room 301. I swear to God, I could not figure this out. I mean, there's 3 bricks and that's about it. So, yeah. And then that concludes the entirety of Silent Hill Condo. Silent Hill Condo is a short love letter to a franchise well beloved. Its story is honestly nothing too special, but it hits all the points that Silent Hill tries to make. It's quick, it's heartfelt, and tragic. And the story's pacing is, again, short but fast. So thank you to Sassy Ross for sharing your vision of what an actually good Silent Hill could be in Gmod. If you made it this far in the video, I thank you so much for dealing with my first attempt on one of these type of videos. It's been one of my dreams to do one of these. This part's not even scripted, I'm just speaking out of my mind. But thank you so much for watching. I hopefully will be able to make more of these. If you want more Gmod ones, just let me know. If you do find those other 2 secrets, let me know. Just comment below and we'll have a nice little conversation. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye.